Warida tatoa shangwe kwa Rais wa Jamhuri ya Uganda, wananchi wa Uganda na jeshi la ulinzi ya wananchi wa Uganda. Viva Rais wa Uganda! Viva wananchi wa Uganda! Viva jeshi la ulinzi ya wananchi wa Uganda!
Since the President of the Republic of Uganda and the Commander-in-Chief of the Uganda Coast Defense Forces, General Retired Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the First Lady of Uganda and the Minister for Education, Culture and Sports, Mama Janet Museveni, Your Excellency the Vice President of Uganda,
invited guests, and the people of Uganda at large, ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, I am Major General Henry Masco, the Joint Staff Political Commissariat of the Uganda People's Defense Forces, here, sir, to welcome you and all distinguished guests, and to present a report about the Defense Forces' week activities on behalf of the Defense Forces Defense Organizing Committee. Your Excellency, allow me, before giving you details of the report, give a short background of this event. Tare Hesita is the recognition of all efforts of the founding fathers of the National Resistance Army and Uganda People's Defense Forces towards the People's Revolution for Freedom, Democracy, as the foundation for socio-economic transformation. It is African Revolutionary Front. Tare Hesita is therefore ring-fenced to symbolize the birth of a people's army. Over the years, commencing from 6 February 1981, the army, together with the people of Uganda, celebrate this milestone as a way of cementing the strategic relationship between the people and their forces. And it is an occasion to remind especially all officers and militants never to forget that their survival and strength depend on the support of the population. And for this reason, sir, the National Resistance Army and UPDF each year moves out to specific regions of the country to conduct several civil-military cooperation activities involving symbolic quick impact projects as one form of expressing gratitude and thanking the population for their unwavering and unconditional support. Your Excellency, the choice of Masaka region as the main focus of the fourth struggle. In particular, Chotera district bore the brunt of several of the war activities. The Greater Masaka sub-region has the original historic linkage with the National Resistance Army. It is the gateway to the Tare Hesita, when Kabamba was attacked by the 41 gallant freedom fighters who passed through Masaka on the 5th February on their way to Kabamba. The region shares also the international border with the fraternal peoples of the United Republic of Tanzania, whose solidarity with the Ugandan revolution is unrivaled. The people of Tanzania, particularly Mwalimu Julius Nyerere, stood by Uganda during the most difficult times of dictator Idi Amin Dada. The Tanzanian people paid the ultimate price with blood during the anti-Amin wars in 1978-79. Masaka region, therefore, just like the Greater Mbarara, provided the much-needed launching ground for the ultimate liberation of the country. During the phases of the NRA struggle, not only did the fighters move through Masaka en route to attack Kabamba on 6 February 1981, but the final decisive offensive to take over Kampala in 1986 was carefully planned and executed in the Greater Masaka region. Therefore, to consolidate the gains of the People's Revolution, it was important to intensify political engagements with the good people of Masaka to ensure we consolidate Defense Forces Week, commenced on the 29th January 2025 with the districts of Greater Masaka, and they introduced this formidable team which was in all the districts. In the Masaka district, the team was led by Colonel Nelson Maguru Ahebwa. He can salute you, sir. Masaka City was led by Colonel Henry Neverton Serugo. In Karungu district, the team was led by Colonel Justice Rukundo. Chotera district, Colonel Anotori Nuwajira, he was here, part of these arrangements. Ruengo district, Colonel John B. Kadiango. Kalangala district, Colonel retired Ibrahim Kedi. Sembabule district, Lieutenant Colonel Sam Ntungura. Diantonde district, Lieutenant Colonel Godfrey Rwabujumbure. Bukomansimbi district, Lieutenant Colonel Richard Nimanya. And Rakai district, Lieutenant Colonel Patrick Matovu. There was a formidable team from our Directorate of Women Affairs, led by Colonel Lydia Nandudu, and there was another team for engaging district leaders and the population in Barazas, led by Lieutenant Colonel Agahara Asaba. There was a seminar which took place for a week at Cham Sansara, led by Lieutenant Colonel Francis Liabigwamu. There was a big team from the Fisheries Protection Unit, led by Lieutenant Colonel Mase Tukahirwa. And yesterday, when we were interacting with the business community, they commended her efforts that now the relationships are improving between them and the fishing community. We had a team that was following up our historical sites, led by Lieutenant Colonel Robert Kamuntu. Overall coordination was by Director CIMIC, Brigadier Michael Chibuye, and Director Ideological Development, Colonel Deo Karikona. Sir, the Ideological Orientation Seminar for Youth and Women Leaders was held at Sacred Heart Primary. It commenced on 30th January 2025 and successfully ended yesterday the 5th of February, with a total number of 496 leaders from the Greater Massacre. They benefited from a very rich package that we hope will make them be effective in their leadership roles. Sir, we have come with the team also to grace this occasion and benefit from Your Excellency's message. The district training teams conducted sensitization barazas for leaders in the sub-region and emphasized and promoted patriotic leadership, security consciousness, and improved service delivery for socio-economic transformation. I want to report to Your Excellency that 1,053 leaders engaged with our team. Your Excellency, the fishing community was sensitized on fishing laws and regulations and ensuring savings and credit societies led by the board members and the Chief Executive Officer, Brigadier Onata, was conducted for a number of circles in this region. We also participated in sensitizing on the need for hygiene and cleanliness. Our troops joined the community in cleaning trading centers, public institutions, markets, to mention but a few. We also interacted with the young people in schools, and we managed to donate some scholastic materials headed by our joint staff, former education, sports and culture team. In total, they donated 28,000 dozens of books, boxes of pens to benefit selected schools. Additionally, in this interaction with the young people, we had debates on patriotic topics, and these took place and were concluded yesterday, Your Excellency. We had light moments, sir. We engaged in cultural and sports activities by engaging in games like football, netball, marathon, cycling, and in these we were cementing our clear strategic relationship with the community. It was not easy for us. UPDF was always the runner. In Zimbabwe, the Zimbabwe team took the award, both the trophy and the goat. In Bukomansimbi, the same. In Karungu, their UPDF was not very graceful. They took the trophy. Ruengo select team took the trophy. Liantonde took the trophy. Rakai, Cow, and Masaka, they took the trophy. Masaka cities, the same. Karangara, the same. Chotera was yesterday, and here the bull also went to both the netball and football teams. The climax, this was the climax of our activities. Your Excellency, we want to acknowledge and thank the people from these corporates and also individuals and the MDAs. We don't take this for granted. Once again, accept our appreciation. Last but not least, Your Excellency, we appreciate you in particular as our Commander-in-Chief for always guiding us on this important historic event and finding time to grace the occasion in person. We don't take this for granted, Your Excellency. We also appreciate the top management of the Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs, where there is the political leadership and our Chief of Defense Forces, for close strategic guidance they gave towards the success of this occasion. I want to acknowledge and report that the Defense Organizing Committee exhibited great team spirit and we are having an orderly function. Last but not least, the population of Greater Masaka, who enthusiastically welcomed us and made us feel at home. We don't take for granted. Wananchi, we are tuli basanyufu nnyo ku lw'essanyu lye mwatulaze. Katonda we mwaze mujewo. For God and my country, aluta continua. The short video is showing a snapshot of what took place. Your Excellency, I beg just for those few minutes to demonstrate what I have been talking about.
Mama moto wawaka,
moto wawaka, mama moto wawaka.
Tusaba tutunule ku TV ezo okulaba mu bufunze afande byava okwogera wano.
moto buli waka kabamba, moto buli waka kiboga.
Tare Hesita, 6th February, has since 1981 been set aside to celebrate the founding of a people's army. It symbolizes and recognizes all efforts of founding fathers of the People's Revolution for Freedom and Democracy in Uganda as the building blocks of historic mission of socio-economic transformation.
Moto buli waka busunju, moto buli waka kachinga, moto buli waka kapeka, moto buli waka karege, moto buli waka semuto.
Every 6th of February, commencing 1981, the Army and the people of Uganda join hands during the Defense Forces Week to engage in activities and celebrations aimed at cementing the strategic relationship that exists between the population and the defense forces. For years gone by, it has been, and for years and years to come, a culture of remembrance ought to be entrenched to ensure that at no time should the armed personnel forget that their unflankable strategy should be the support of the population. Likewise, for the people to be reminded of their patriotic duty to participate in the defense of their country. Check. Air Force, check. AD, check. Armored and Motorized Infantry, check. Armored and Motorized Assets of SFC, check. Among other capabilities of the mighty victorious UPDF, while they never rest, more UPDF recruitments according to district quotas based on the population of each district. A total number of 50,523 have been recruited since 2021 as per the policy of recruitment quotas per district. The military has also established the National Defense College, Uganda, dedicated to providing advanced military education and strategic training to high-ranking military and civilian officials in Uganda. The UPDF has conducted mission training of 11,404 personnel under the battle groups and United Nations Guard Unit, UNGU, for mission deployment in Somalia and troops for deployment in Equatorial Guinea. The UPDF continues to provide preventative, curative, and palliative care health services to the UPDF officers, militants, families, and surrounding communities in over 170 UPDF health facilities. Medical referrals are made for complex cases to other health facilities under MOU arrangements. In collaboration with the Ministry of Health, the UPDF jointly combated epidemics including COVID-19, Ebola, Mpox to prevent their spread within the country and around borders. Watoto wa Jeshi, The mighty victorious UPDF and the Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs in general has also provided formal education to the soldiers' children and surrounding communities. There are over 52 learning institutions spread across the country, which include 37
Parliamentary credit. The concept developer was made by Munabudo TV and your senior presidential advisor, and the camera work through Munabudo Television and UPDF media team. The editors is Elvis Naturind of TMTV and Andrew Nyot of TMTV. The voice narrator, Justin Namera Nsubuga. The producer, Kanodewa Kiki. Technical contributor, Hamza Kennedy Nsubuga. Executive producer, UPDF and Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs. And Your Excellency, you are the film star. His Excellency, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
Obugalo.
Bugalo bwa firimu sitamu bwongere. Sebo wekitibwa President ba Sentebe ba NRM okuva mu district ez'enjawulo ne gombolola ez'enjawulo bali naawe ku Tare Hesita era bakwozaayoza ke kalulu ako nga bayimiridde okuwubirako. Era sebo wekitibwa President Greater Masaka eina ekibiina ekinene ekya ba foot soldier ba NRM mobilizer bateeka mu kyabwe tebalina gwe basaba ssente ne balaba ng'emirimu gy'ekibiina gitambula era tuli nabo. Mukama wange President, twagala okwebaza abasuubuzi b'e Masaka abakulembeddwa Engineer Benon Mugarura ne Hajat Sara Kiyimba bategese eddina ya CDF eyabadde ennungi eggulo Hotel Brevard. Nga mwattu tewali nusu n'emu evudde eno ku ludda lw'amagye wabula bo ng'abasuubuzi mu kwebaza omulimu omunene UPDF gwekola bakiteeseteese bulungi. N'olw'ensonga eyo sebokkiriza tukutegeeze nti Pookino Kalya Masaka wali ku lwa Mengo. Owekitiibwa Jude Muleke n'akiikiridde Kooki, owekitiibwa Sebugaawo Gertrude ko ne Katikkiro wa Kooki Alhaj Idi Kiwanuka Ahmad.
Thank you very much, my colleague. Your Excellency, sir, allow me now invite the Chief of Defense Forces and the Senior Presidential Advisor, Special Operations, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba.
Basebo ne bannyabo tugatte engalo zaffe okwaniriza omuduumizi w'amagye General Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Isa Nsubuga ku lwa Piero yawo waali badde oteekamu enduulu ey'amaanyi sewo. Mukyala Sikola Kalibala mwali badde muteekamu enduulu ey'amaanyi.
Your Excellency, even civilian veterans are present. But civilian veterans we bali abawagira olutalo nabo bali awo emabega. Coordinator mwennyini aba coordinating naye yazze. You welcome the CDF, sir.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda and the Commander-in-Chief of the UPDF, General Retired Yoweri Museveni, Mama Janet Museveni, First Lady of Uganda and Minister of Education, the Vice President, the Vice Chairman of the NRM, the Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs, Cabinet Ministers, Members of Parliament, members of the High Command of the UPDF, general officers, senior officers, the IGP, the Deputy Commissioner General of Prisons, the parade participants, the people of Chotera and Greater Masaka region who are hosting us, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all for joining us to celebrate this auspicious occasion of the 44th is very good. We have a lot of unfinished. The transition from ATMIS to in Somalia maintain internal security. Recently, I've forces in DRC, that is UPDF and FADAC, in North Kivu and Ituri provinces as a fighting force. It has been greatly weakened. We have destroyed their bases and eliminated many of their senior commanders. Like the border demarcation issues with our brothers in South Sudan, but this is being addressed at high levels. And if need be, technical teams from both countries can physically demarcate and reopen or compromise. The UPDF Historical Mission
President Nzikiriza Jose akulembeddemu parade. Abaana bafa asana ke bayimiriddemu okumala ebbanga lyonna na Uganda eyo engalo n'obeebaza Uganda eyo engalo n'obeebaza n'owuliragizaamu kabbandi RDC tegeezezza nti olwaleero we twogerera Uganda ya ddembe era ng'etaddewo embeera buli musuubuzi na buli mulambuzi okuba ng'asobola okukolera wano omulimu nga ggwe wamma talina kimulobera. Ategeezezza nti ebisoomoozo tebibulawo era nga naawe ewuwo bwe guli, naye awadde obweyamo nti nga tukulembe omusajja eyafuna okwolesebwa emyaka egyo egyayita ng'okwolesebwa okwo nakaakano akyakutambulirako, omukulembeze atalabika Jeno Yoweri Kaguta Museveni jjajja byonna bijja kutuukirizibwa.
Nsaba mpita abatuuze bannansi abali ku mukono gwange ogwa ddyo,
bannakasasa abali ku kalitunsi eyo mulaba bulungi,
muyingire ekisaawe
musembere eno mwote pulezidenti obuliro, musembere jjajja mwami mumulabe bulungi. Abaayefu abali mu weema abo tubakubire mu ngalo. Bw'atyo pulezidenti w'abeera essanyu bwe lityo bwe liba. Bano nga beesiimye taata, tweyanziza nnyo nga bannakyotera, bannakasasa, bannagreta Masaka okufuna omukisa guno. Buli bwe tukyogerako Honorable Kasolo awo kuba mu bifuna mpola tugende ku kiddako.
Webale nnyo naye faali okitegeeza mu Luganda
disekyewa amagi
peace and stability
wattu twagala okuba kukyusa mirembe gyawa, wattu twagala okuba kukyusa mirembe gyawa.
The authority weze bulungi nnyo, mwebale nnyo. The RDC of Chotera himself is here, Mr. Tugume, the host. He's a wonderful gentleman. The LOC5, we have Miss Annette Chepgotish, Manager Legal Affairs and Compliance. She could also be from Kapchorwa. We have Mr. Sanaro Bunyua, Legal and Compliance Affairs. We have Ms. Cynthia Amadan, Membership Directorate and Manager. Membership Directorate Manager. We have Ms. Catherine Gatori, Executive Secretary to Secretary General. We have Mr. Kyoko Mwamba, Executive Assistant to the Chairperson. And we have Mr. Alex Kibeti, Head of Security, Office of the Secretary General. We have, finally, Mr. John Maura, Communication. Yes. As they take the photos, I want to thank the ministers, the members of cabinet, and the MPs, especially the ministers who accepted to officiate. Honorable Bright, Honorable Nifa, Honorable Iskavoyo, and all the ministers who participated.
But I need to apologize to the people
of this area.
Naye ntwala omukisa guno okwetondera abantu b'ekitundu kino okuva ekitundu kino kyonna okutuukira ddala Kagera River ekiri mu Tanzania.
We have done many roads in Uganda.
Tukoze enguudo nnyingi mu Uganda.
But the people in the planning ministry had made some mistakes.
Naye abantu mu ministry ye finance ne planning badde bakolamu ensobi.
Even works.
Ne ministry y'ebyenguudo n'emirimu.
They build new roads and forget old ones.
Badde bazimba enguudo empya.
That's how this road from Masaka to Mutukura deteriorated until they came in when it was a bit late.
Kyobola abantu oluguudo bafe okuva e Masaka okutuuka e Mutukula lwasebengerera mpaka lubazze okulukola nga lumaze okuggwa ku mpagala.
We have now told them very clearly that consolidate the old roads before you add the new ones.
Katumaze okubalambika n'okubawa ebiragiro nti banyweze enguudo zaffe nga bakola ku nguudo zaffe enkadde ate oluvannyuma banaakola ne ku mpya.
But now this road from Masaka to Mutukura is not very long. I know it. It is 53 miles.
Kaakati oluguudo okuva e Masaka okutuuka e Mutukula President alumanyi bulungi. Your Excellency.
Okozesa embala eya omuwendo gw'okukyusizako dola.
Nga tukozesa embala ey'okukyusa mu dola.
The foreign exchange method.
Kibayita exchange method.
But 168.5 billion by the PPP method, by kati umanyi bano babala obugaga bw'ensi mu mirundi ebiri. Omulundi ogusooka bakozesa omuwendo gw'okuwanyisa dola. Kati awo ebyenfuna byammwe biri ku buwumbi 5 bw'oba okozeseza omuwendo gw'okukyusa omuwendo
busatu obwa dola.
Remember, we started with $4 billion 1986.
Mujjukire mu 1986 Your Excellency.
86.
Yes, Your Excellency.
The size of the economy was $4 billion.
Ebyenfuna byaffe byali obuwumbi 4. Naye olwaliyo tuli ku buwumbi 5.9.
But if you use the purchasing power parity, bw'okozesa embalirira ey'okutunula ku esente zino zisobola kugula ebintu byenkanawa.
Bw'obanga tokozesa nkola ey'ekyusa mu dola n'okozesa embalirira, sente zino ze tufunye zisobola kugula bintu ki?
Then the size is 168.5 billion dollars.
Ebyenfuna byaffe biri biliyoni 168.
Obuwumbi 168.
Obuwumbi 168
n'obutundu 5.
Obuwumbi 168 n'obutundu 5.
Thereafter, after June,
kaakati bwe tunaaba nga tumaliriza omwezi ogwo gw'omukaaga,
our economy will grow by 7.3% without oil.
Ebyenfuna byaffe bijja kukula okweyongerako ebitundu 7 n'obutundu buli 100, naye ng'awo tetunaba kutunuulira ssente ze tunaba tujjamu oil.
Without oil,
tunajjamu oyiro waffe mukimanyi bulungi nti tunaatera omukwatako ebyenfuna byaffe buli 10 okuva mu June.
Ya waggulu ensi nyingi tezigisobola.
Enkulaakulana eyo Uganda gyegenda okutuukako
ya wagunyo ya kizungirizi amawanga amalala tegagisobola gituukako.
Simanji
agasobola gituukako.
Now with oil, our rate of growth will go into double digits.
Kakati bwetunaamala okufuna oil waffe,
bwetunagyayo amafuta gaffe, ebyenfuna byaffe bigenda kukula nga bisoba mu 10. Very good. Kati awo omunabudu azze. Kati akwataganya olunabudu n'oluzungu. So with the oil,
okufuna oil, ebyenfuna byaffe bijja kukula.
Si kugifuna kasolo, kugijjayo.
Bwe tunaaba tumaze okugijjayo, nga tumaze okugyayo oil waffe, ebyenfuna byaffe bigenda kukula okusinga okuyisa ebitundu 10 ku 100.
All this of the 5 phases that our economy and society have gone through 86.
Bino byonna tubifunye okusinziira ebyo bye tuyiseemu okuva 1986.
Waliwo emitendera gye. Number 1,
emitendera gino gye tuyiseemu gye gino wammanga.
Minimum economic recovery by bringing back some of the 3 of the colonial economy that Idi Amin had destroyed. This being coffee, tea were at 23 million kilograms in 1970. We are now at 160 million.
Kakati g'amajaani twali ku miliyoni 27 miliyoni 23 mu 1970, kakati tuli ku miliyoni 16.
So that's what I mean by restore but also expand.
Ekyo kiba President kyategeeza bw'abagamba nti mukuume muzeewo ate era mugaziye.
Now phase 3 is diversify the economy.
Kakati phase ey'okusatu ate yalina okukyusa ebirala ebisobola okuyamba enkulaakulana y'ebyenfuna byaffe.
In the colonial times, Ugandans did not know that maize was a cash crop.
Mu biseera by'abafuzi b'amatwale, Bannayuganda baali tebamanyi nti okulima kasooli, nti ekirime kya kasooli nakyo kivaamu ssente.
That fruits are cash crops.
Era nga tibatwalanga kulima bibala nti mulimu ogusobola okuvaamu ssente.
That fish was a cash product.
Nti era n'ebyennyanja nabyo byali bisobola okuvaamu ssente.
That's why there was not a single factory on Lake Victoria for fish processing.
Kyova olaba tewaaliwo factory yonna yali esobola kuteeka mutindo ku byannyanja Lake Victoria.
There was only a small factory on Lake George called Taffmark.
Waaliwo ka factory akatonotono kamu ku Lake George akayitibwanga Taffmark.
They did not know that abalalo abesembabule nti amata gammwe. They did not know that milk is a cash product.
Abalaalo b'Essembabule ne wala yonna lyantonde nawa baali tebamanyi nti amata nago gasobola okuvaamu ssente. N'ebijanjaalo nabyo bisobola okuvaamu ssente.
Peas,
ne kawo,
vegetables.
Awamu ndi President atugamba nti abifudde ebirime ebisobola okuvaamu ssente era nga bitundibwa nga byattunzi.
You people here in Karangara, you know the best example would be to sell amabide, to sell beer making banana, to sell beer making bananas without making beer yourself.
Oweekitiibwa President abadde agezaako okutuzuukusa tuve mu kutunda ebintu nga tetubigaseeko mutindo, ekyokulabirako kyabawa abalima embidde muleme okutunda embidde nga temuzikamudde kuzijja mu mwenge.
Kyemuli kibalo gwe alimya amabidde okugaguza omuntu omulala yaba asogola omubisi yaba akola omwenge ate yaba akola kali akabatira ddala kali akumwongerako.
Oweekitiibwa Pulezidenti agambye tekikola makulu era tekiviiramu ddala ssente gwe okulima embidde zo ate n'oziguza oli n'agenda n'azisogolamu omwenge ate ye n'agenda oluusi n'agiramu ddala nakali kawalagi akatera okubatta.
Kati awo bagambye nti oba olimye embidde zisogole ojjemu omwenge okole byonna ebyetaagisa ofune omugaso mu mabidde go.
Ekyo mukiwulidde.
Now that is, if you look at milk, we are adding value to the whole world.
Kati bw'otunuulira amata bw'otandikira ku mata amata ago okuva ogatandika nga bakagajja mu kibeere ky'ente Oweekitiibwa Pulezidenti abakubiriza okugagattako omutindo mpaka okumalirayo ddala sayiku.
Ab'olutimbi mutulage the product, if you have it, the products of milk, if you have them. Ku lutimbi kubanga nze ndimusomesa kati.
Abali ku lutimbe oba vidiyo Oweekitiibwa Pulezidenti agambye muteekeko engeri y'amata nga mutulaga biki ebiva mu mata okuva ku bitandikirwako mpaka nkomerero.
Oba temulina? I want them to show the products of the milk, if they have them.
President agambye abantu bano babalage ku lutimbe ebyo byonna ebiva mu mata nga bagongeddeko omutindo.
You get it. When you get it, you will show it to us.
Kale mu kiseera kino bayinza okuba nga tebeetegese. Pulezidenti abalagidde bakanoonye bakafune bwe banaakafuna bajja kumutegeeza basobole okukabalaga.
They can also show us the cotton and the products from cotton.
Basobola n'okutulaga pamba n'ebyo byonna ebiva mu pamba.
They can also show us the products from timber, if they have those factories.
Basobola n'okutulaga ebyo ebiva mu mbaawo singa baba balina obutambi obwo.
So that is phase 4.
Kati eyo phase ey'okuna ey'okugattako omutindo.
Adding value.
Kugattako omutindo.
Now phase 5.
Kakati omutendero gw'okutaano.
We have entered the knowledge economy.
Kaakati omutendera guno ogw'okutaano tuzze tuli mu kiseera ekya kompyuta digito. Ebyenfuna ebiva mu magezi g'aba science. Ebyenfuna ebiva mu bakagezi munnyu aba kompyuta aba science.
You can see the Chira motors. Show us Chira motors if you have it.
Abali ku ntimbe zino musobola okutulaga ebya Chira motors ne tulaba Chira motors bibakola.
When you get them, show them to us.
Bwe munaaba mwetesitesi bulungi mujja kubitulaga.
The vaccines.
Eddagala erigema endwadde ez'enjawulo.
We have discovered, our scientists have discovered the vaccine against ticks.
Bannasayansi bazudde eddagala erisobola okugema ebisolo ne bitakwatibwa ne bitalumibwa nkwa.
We are going to commission it very soon.
Era ekkolero lino oba eddagala lino Oweekitiibwa Pulezidenti agenda kulitongoza mu kiseera ekitali kyawala.
This was by NARO, our NARO group.
Okunoonyereza kuno n'okuvumbukolebwa ekitongole kyaffe ekya NARO ekya Agriculture.
But also some scientists.
naye nga beegattidde wamu ne bannassaayansi abamu.
No, separately.
Ne bannassaayansi nabo bagezezzaako okukola ekintu kye kimu.
Then our people in Busitama University
abantu baffe mu Busitama University
have discovered a medicine which can cure corona.
Nabo bavumbudde eddagala erisobola okuwonya obulwadde buno obwa COVID-19.
Senyiga omukambwe. They can cure influenza.
Era basobola bulungi eddagala eryo lisobola bulungi n'okuwonya senyiga ono ffe gwe twakazaako senyiga w'enkoko.
And also other viruses.
Ate era n'endwadde endala ezireetebwa obuwuka obutalabika butasobola kulaba na maaso go.
There is a group called Tare Herbal Medicine. I think these are from Mbarara.
Waliyo ne gurupu eyitibwa Tare Herbal Medicine, ndoza bye bakola kaziire eri Mbarara.
They have also discovered something similar.
Nabo bakoze ekintu bavumbudde ekintu kye kimu.
The people who took these medicines recovered 4 days earlier than those who were using other medicines.
Abantu abakozesa eddagala lino baawona ennaku nnya ng'abakozeseza liri ezzungu bo tebannaba kuwona. Mu nnaku nnya buno baali bawonye.
And now some of our friends were playing around with us.
Mikwano gyaffe abamu baali bagezaako okulemesa enteekateeka eno.
Wanted to build a laboratory where you can kill, because traditionally our medicines kill the viruses or the bacteria, what they call in vivo, in the human being.
Oweekitiibwa President agambye waliwo abantu abaali bagezaako okugootaanya enteekateeka eno kubanga waliwo abantu baffe abaali bavumbudde okuba nti waliwo obuwuka obusobola okutta endwadde.
Omuntu abantu ne bawona naye bali abaweereza eddagala tebakebedde eddagala eryo likola litya. So we needed a lab to do that.
So Oweekitiibwa President agamba kyali kyetaagisa okuteekawo ekkeberero okulaba nti tukutuuka ku kintu ekyo.
What they call in vitro. Osooka n'otta obulwadde mu laboratory mu kacupa mu katest tube n'olaba nti obuwuka bufudde, then eddagala n'olutwala mu muntu. You first kill the virus in the lab, then you go and check in the human beings. Now we Africans, because we have been using this medicine, we started the other way around. You kill the disease in the human being, then you go to the laboratory to check how it is killing when the disease is already dead.
President atugambye nti kyali kyetaagisa okuteekawo laboratory nga obuwuka buno basooka ne babugezeseza mu bulwadde nga buli mu kacupa. Obuwuka ne butta obulwadde buli, bwe bumala okubutta ne balyoka babuteeka mu bantu. Obuwuka bwe babuteeka mu bantu ne obuuma bwakalimagezi, kompyuta, mita z'amasannyalaze, calculator n'ebirala.
Our people have solar-powered water pumps, and we are now at the stage of mass production.
Abantu baffe era bavumbudde era batandise okukola busoola obukozesa bupampu obukozesa amaanyi g'enjuba obufukirira. President kyaliko kyakulaba nti bafuna obuyambi okusobola okulaba nti babukola mu bukumi. Kati olwekyo
the Banyankole nearby are getting only 5 tons from the same area.
abantu ekyewuunyisa nti abanyankola ate abaliraanye nga kuba yali Bushenyi naye wano abanyankola batafukirira ate bo bajja mu kakati abo nabo eyo bali mu tulo.
The value addition with coffee, we are moving. I cannot forget to thank the people of the Masaka zone for their support in 1972, 1979.
Tagenda kwerabira era tayinza butogenda butasima ku bantu bonna abagweta Masaka olw'obuyambi bonna bw'omwawaayo okubayambako kubaali mu 1972, 1979, 1980.
The border in 1985.
Yayimirira ne struggle mu mwaka gwa 1972, 1979 ne 85 nga Oweekitiibwa Mwalimu Nyerere ayambako abanoonyezi baffe abatunulula mu mikono gy'abagajambuzi.
Era waliwo enkambi wano za UPC za Obote Kasanje waliwo kyewete Kasanje Bigada kirirudawa
kiri Kakuuto, Your Excellency.
Bigada ne Kasanje
ne Sanje. Yes, Your Excellency.
Birirudawa
biri wano. Yes, Your Excellency.
Okay.
Kakuuto.
I salute the memory of Mwalimu and the solidarity of our Tanzanian brothers and sisters.
Oweekitiibwa President asiima nnyo era ajjukira nnyo omwoyo.
We can we shall by assuring the people of Uganda as well as protecting you.
Lirina obusobozi okutukuuma n'ebintu byaffe naye nga nammwe byonna bye mwawa struggle yaffe.
Katonda abakuume.
Katonda abakuume.
In July 2018,
ng'omusanvu 2018,
I spoke to the late General Elitu Mwine about my
ku byalwanyi yakkiriza emboozi eno ya ntono.
Subsequently,
kyaddirira
I reread your book Sowing the Mustard Seed.
Tunenziramu Oweekitiibwa President n'ensoma akatabo ko,
and I met veterans of the struggle. When I sat down to analyze the treasure of information I had gathered, it became apparent that the best way to present the research was a lesson from which all could learn.
Oweekitiibwa President, okuva mu katabo kaako Mustard Seed oba ensigo ya kalidaali, wattu najja mu bingi ebinnyambye okuba nga mpandiika mu kitabo ekyo ky'otongoza.
The 10 lessons of the success of the NRA and the subsequent transformation into the UPDF offers endless possibilities anywhere across the world.
Tujja kubifunza lumu.
The lessons are beneficial to any form of staff-up, a student starting a senior secondary, a young entrepreneur thinking about business, big corporation planning on expansion. All could learn from them. I will not go over all the lessons, but we will mention a few. And Your Excellency, I invite people to access that book. A few copies have been distributed around. They can read it for themselves and benefit from Dr. Opio Lawyer's collection.
Basebo ne bannyabo, ebikulu ku katabo ako ekisinga oyina kukagula n'okasoma kali mu kuyitayo eyo. Baada DC ne baada CC kirasi monitor wammwe Dean Mama Justin Mbabazi.
Now this is another one. Uganda should take interest.
Oweekitiibwa President Kiriza twebaze Dr. Odoloya gw'okugoberera entambula ya Uganda n'agendako ne Somalia eyo mu ddwaniro okulaba biki UPDF byekolayo ate nadda n'abituteera mu buwandiike mwe banna batudde biki ebikolebwa era biki wetulaga.
Congratulations, Dr. Opioloya.
Dr. Opioloya tukozaayoza okuwandiika si kwangu. Abamu lisaaki atulemesa maazi ne tuzisomera myaka 10.
Your Excellency, allow me now the master of ceremonies for the Chancellor.
Ekitiibwa President ate tukkirize tuyite agenda muli abatambudde ne honorable ate Great Masaka tax abatambudde ne honorable ate Great Masaka tax drivers.
The First Lady, Ma'am Janet Katam 7, who doubles as the Minister for Education and Sports, Assistance Movement for Education and Sports, Assistance Movement for His Lordship, the Chief Justice, Emeritus, Stephen Kakuma, Right Honorable Prime Minister, Emeritus Chintu Musoke, Honorable Cabinet Ministers here present, Uganda People's Defense Forces, General Kaine Rugaba, and his Deputy Lieutenant General Samuel Okiding, Sister Secretaries, Chiefs, Sister Secretaries, Chiefs, here present distinguished ladies, and gentlemen. His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda is pleased to recognize Act 2001 as amended Republic of Uganda. As 22 second schedule part 1 Kulaije. A male adult from Kulaije. A male adult from Mukamansimbi district. General Kulaije is the Director of Defense Public Information. He holds a postgraduate diploma in strategic studies, a Master of Arts in Economic Policy and Planning, a Bachelor of Arts in Education, all of Makerere University. He enlisted into the National Resistance Army on 20th July 1989 during the tumultuous period marked by insurgencies in the north, east, West Nile, and cattle rustling in Karamoja. Over the years, he served in various capacities, including but not limited to platoon commander, aide-de-camp, liaison officer, directing staff, director of information, political commissar. In addition to his military roles, Major General Kulaije represented the Uganda People's Defense Forces in the 10th Parliament of Uganda. Next is Resistance Officer number 05625, Brigadier General Cyrus Space Jebe Kunda, a male adult from Isingiro district, who was compelled to join the People's Protracted Struggle in September 1985 after pursuing formal education at Makobere, where he earned the East African Certificate of Education, and indeed attaining the East African Advanced Certificate of Education in 1978. He has held several notable positions throughout his career, including Division Commander, Rong, Division Engineer, Project Engineer, General Manager, Ware Industries, Deputy Officer in Charge, and now Joint Staff Engineers, Civil Engineers. Next, Resistance Officer number 01808, Brigadier General Robert Rutainama, male adult from Sembabule district. He joined the liberation struggle on 1st April 1984 from Kasambia, Nakaseke district. He attended several military courses, including Officer Cadet, Peacekeeping, Military Police Level 1, and Battery Commander's course at Kalama, among others. Resistance Officer number 07. A title of honor of the Nalubale Medal is awarded to all civilian activists who have contributed towards the political development of Uganda, either through armed struggle or civil disobedience, and otherwise, right from colonial times to date. The two awardees who have been duly approved are Muzei Kasim George Rwaburunga, a male adult from Sembabule District. Mr. Patrick Gumisiriza, a male adult from Mbarara District. Award of the Honorable Service Medal Police. Pursuant to Section 3, Second Schedule Part 2A of the National Honors and Awards Act 2001 as amended, the title of honor of the Honorary Medal is awarded to civilians who have shown unwavering support to the Uganda Police Force programs in respect of community policing, donations including land, buildings, and other logistics, thus making police operations easier and improving the welfare of officers. The one awardee who has been duly approved is Mr. Muwonge Vincent, a male adult from Masaka District. Award of the Personal Sacrifice Medal Police. Pursuant to Section 3, Second Schedule Part 2A of the National Honors and Awards Act 2001 as amended, the title of honor of the Personal Sacrifice Medal is awarded to officers who have been wounded or killed in line of duty. It may be awarded posthumously. The one awardee who has been duly approved is none other than number 59479, Police Constable Twanjaire Eunice, a female adult from Kabale District. Next is award of the Meritorious Service Medal Police. Pursuant to Section 3, Second Schedule Part 2A of the National Honors and Awards Act 2001 as amended, the title of honor of the Meritorious Service Medal is awarded to police officers for meritorious service, particularly in operations where initiative and meritorious behavior has made vital differences in operations. It is also awarded for acts of endurance and dedication. The two awardees who have been duly approved are number A/1255, Assistant Superintendent of Police Ada Jimmy Francis, a male adult from Arua District. Number 52203, Corporal Tabu C.B. Jimmy, a male adult from Gulu District. And now the award of the Long Service with Good Conduct Gold 30 Years Plus Police Medal. Pursuant to Section 3, Second Schedule Part 2A of the National Honors and Awards Act 2001 as amended, the title of honor of the Long Service with Good Conduct Gold 30 Years Plus is awarded to officers with long service years with a clean and uninterrupted service to the force. The two awardees who have been duly approved are number O/1937, Commissioner of Police Olwenyi Amos, a male adult from Tororo District. Next is number 1163, Assistant Superintendent of Police Namukombe Justin, a female adult from Jinja District. Now, award of the Luelo Triangle Medal. Pursuant to Section 3.2, Second Schedule Part 1 of the National Honors and Awards Act 2001 as amended, the title of honor of the Luelo Triangle Medal is awarded against dictatorships in Uganda from 1981 to 1986. The 4 awardees who have been duly approved are Resistance Officer number 00194, Major Vincent Mutebi Katera. May his soul rest in peace. He was from Bende District. Next is Resistance Officer number 00465, Lieutenant Retired Ibrahim Senabulia, a male adult from Kono District. Next is Resistance Officer number 02968, Lieutenant Deo Nsubuga Kizito. May his soul rest in peace. He was from Chotera District. Next is Resistance Officer number 02828, Lieutenant Godfrey Musisika Kumba. May his soul rest in peace. He was from Kayunga District. Now, the award of the National Independence Diamond Jubilee Medal. Pursuant to Section 3.2, Second Schedule, Part 1 of the National Honors and Awards Act 2001, as amended, the title of honor of the National Independence Medal Diamond Jubilee is awarded to a person in recognition of outstanding service and loyalty to this country from 9th October 1962 to 9th October 2023, and who has championed and contributed significantly to the struggle for independence, or to a person who has continued to protect the independence of Uganda. And the 24 awardees who have been duly approved are Resistance Officer 08871, Colonel Yusuf Magero Buha, who is a male adult from Toro District. Presently is the Managing Director of Wazalendo Investments Single Member Company Limited. Colonel Yusuf Magero Buha enlisted into the UPDF on 25th June 1999 and commissioned on 3rd August 2001. He has attended several military courses, enhancing his leadership strategic capabilities. Colonel Magero has made significant contributions to both military and financial operations. Next is Resistance Officer number 08906, Colonel Regava James, a male adult from Masaka City. He is now the commander of the UPDF Engineers Brigade. He holds a bachelor's degree in architecture of Jin University, China, and a master's degree Security and Strategic Studies, Makerere University. Next is Resistance Officer number 08928, Lieutenant Colonel Dr. Xavier Bakehena, a male adult from Ntungamo District. He enlisted into Uganda People's Defense Forces on 8th November 2001 and completed the officer cadet course at the Jinja Military Academy in 2002. Next is Resistance Officer number 10675, Lieutenant Colonel Dr. Lawrence Vasaliza, a male adult from Bende District. Next is Resistance Officer number 10685, Lieutenant Colonel Peter Seku Kidemuka, a male adult from Tewo District. He is the second in command of the Uganda People's Defense Forces Engineers Brigade. He joined the Uganda People's Defense Forces on 28 November 1996. Over the years, he has held several appointments demonstrating exceptional leadership and engineering expertise. Next is Resistance Officer number 11709, Lieutenant Colonel Robert Namdongo Chabo, a male adult from Toro District. He is the commanding officer of 163 Construction Battalion. He enlisted into the Uganda People's Defense Forces on 23rd February 2008. Next is Resistance Officer number 08334, Major Dr. John Rusoke Tagaswire, a male adult from Chivale District. He enlisted into the UPDF on 27th June 1997. He began his military training at Kasseng Training Wing and continued his education at the then School of Infantry in 1999. He boasts of being the first PhD holder in health sciences / forensic sciences in the Uganda People's Defense Forces. Next is Resistance Officer number 08705 Major Patrick Akwaraje, a male adult from Mbarara district. He is the training officer of the Special Forces Group Command and commanding officer of the 154 Marine Battalion. Next is Resistance Officer number 09633 Major Patrick Ambaho, a male adult from Chirura district. He is the commanding officer of 3 Field Artillery Regiment Special Forces Command, who began his formal education at Nshere Primary School. Next is Resistance Officer number 10612, Major Elfaz Maskob Baranta, a male adult from Rakai district. Next is Resistance Officer number 1109, Major Jackson Libamuyaga Tumuheire, a male adult from Tungamo district. Next is Resistance Officer number 12659, Captain Ronald Kulumba, a male adult from Wakiso district. Next is Resistance Officer number 14321, Lieutenant Margaret Nachanzi, a female adult from Kampala district. Next on the list is Resistance Army number 120156, Warrant Officer Class 1 Tumweba Zedeo, a male adult from Kanungu district. Next is Resistance Army number 221291, Corporal Anguchia Loroa Stella, a female adult from Arua district. Next is Bishop Adran Dungu Chivumbi, Bishop Emeritus, may his soul rest in peace, from Rakai district. Next is Kadda number 0612, Mr. Mirego Eddy, a male adult from Rakai district. Number M/1884, Inspector of Police Malav Peter, a male adult from Jinja district. Mr. Vincent Oluka, Senior Superintendent of Prisons, a male adult from Soroti district. Mr. Charles Moses Ireget, Principal Officer 1, a male adult from Kumi district. Mr. Bombiria Fred, Principal Officer 2, male adult from Nakasongola district. Number 6614, Chief Warder Grade 2, Ochamali Isaac, male adult from Zombo district. And the very last on my list, Your Excellency, is none other than Mr. Adam Muhammad Agada, a male adult from Wakiso district. Your Excellency, that marks the end of my presentation. I thank you for your kind attention and indeed patience for God and my country.
Thank you very much, Major General George Igumba. Your Excellency, I would like to thank you for the medal. I indeed feel elated. And actually, my children are in attendance. They are here to witness that decoration. Sir,
nga omwagazi w'amaka n'ekitiibwa kyago afande Kraije omugole yeebazizza nnyo ow'ekitiibwa President olw'omudaali gw'afunye era n'amutegeeza nti mazima n'abaana bange taata weebali wano abazadde abali wano mwali mwebazizzaako olw'ekyo.
Your Excellency, that marks the end of this year's Tare Hesita celebrations.
Era ssebo ow'ekitiibwa President okwo kwe kukomekkereza kw'emikolo egya Tare Hesita egy'omwaka guno.
May I have your permission to request for the anthems?
Tusaba okkirize tuyimbe ennyimba eziggalawo. Era tusaba buli kinoomu oyimirire w'oli.
We thank you, Your Excellency. We thank you, Your Excellency Vice President.
Tukwebaziza Oweekitiibwa President. Tukwebaziza Maama omumyuka wa President.
We thank you all distinguished guests for joining us on this 44th anniversary of Tare Hesita.
Na mwenna abazze ku mukolo guno ogw'emirundi 44 nga tujaguza amazaalibwa g'eggye lino erya UPDF.
Banabuddu ne banakuki mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala.
Abatulabira ku kanoni Gastalule Ntake mumutwebalize ku lwa Faalu ow'ekifo kino ate ne Hajj Kajula weebale nnyo weebalire ddala omulimu ogw'ettendo gw'okoze. Twagala okwebaza bannaffe aba Buddululo Coffee Growers Traders and Processors Association Mukulu Suno Augustine Ssentebe batwebalize nnyo nnyini ddala. Twagala era okwebaza Buddu Nalongo Nansamba President w'abasawo b'ekinnansi weebale kuba naffe ate weebale kwagala President. Twebazizza nnyo bannalwakai bannalwengo bannasembabule bannalyantonde banna bukomansimbi bannakalungu bannakalangala Masaka City Kyotera etukyazizza mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala. Wedda Bishop Bakubanja gy'oli emabega eyo ate ne Bishop Leonard Serwadda mwebale nnyo mwebale ddala. Tubaagaliza olugendo olulungi. Ffe bannansi abantu b'ekitundu kino Kabale Sanje Secondary School ewaava omuyizi eyasinze Makerere mu science omwaka guno guwedde.
The event took place here in Kasasa Town Council at the grounds of Kasasa Town Council, and the president has been in attendance here with so many other guests. But I'd like to say one or two things about what most of the people talked about. Remember that we began with the Major General Henry Masiko, and he talked about the history of this whole of this day, the Tare Hesita, how it all started, and he said that this is a very important event, and it is very important especially to Greater Masaka because it is a time when the liberation struggle was actually, launched from this area. He talked about how the brotherly sisters and the brotherly country of Tanzania under the then President Mwalimu Julius Nyerere helped in advancing the cause of the then NRA. But also we also heard from the Chief of Defense Forces, and that is General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, and he talked about the gains that the UPDF put in place. And he said that the UPDF is going to do all it takes to ensure that those gains are consolidated. He also assured Ugandans that nothing will happen in as far as their peace is concerned, maintaining the peace of Ugandans is concerned. And also he talked about something very, very important, and that is the peace and security that Ugandans are enjoying today, and it's because of the mighty UPDF that has ushered in this peace. And as a result, a lot of good things are happening. Ugandans are now living above the poverty line. There are so many things that they can do for themselves. We've got initiatives that have been put in place, the parish development model, and all this can only happen if all Ugandans are peaceful and can do whatever they want to do. Then also, finally, His Excellency the President, he talked about so many other things. He also gave a brief history of when the war started, and that was in 1981 when the NRA attacked Kabamba military. by gallant men, and that is when this struggle actually started. And he said that struggle started from here. It was launched from Greater Masaka, and that is why today we find that this function has taken place here. And of course, he congratulated the UPDF for ushering in this peace, and he says that a lot is happening and a lot will still happen in as far as consolidating these gains are concerned and ensuring that the UPDF continues to be a mighty. He also talked about the economy of the country. The president said that without a strong army that can usher in peace into the country, then nothing developmental can take place. He talked about the economy, the development of the economy, how it has grown. Today we're talking about $59.3 and that is by June this year, our economy will have grown to about $59.3. And he also said that in 1986, that is when the economy was just starting, to take root. It was only at $4 billion, but since that time up to today, it has grown to 59.3 billion. Sorry, by June this year, it will have grown to $59.3. And also, he talked about something that's very, very important that Ugandans should also remember, and that is about the oil. Once the oil starts flowing, the economy of Uganda will go into double digits, and that is something that can only be, commended on the UPDF by ushering in peace into this country, and people are getting involved in economic activities. And also, the president commended scientists, Ugandan scientists and innovators who have come up with various technologies and innovations, and as a result, those innovations and technologies have transformed the economy of Uganda, and today we find so many things that are being manufactured. The manufacturing industry has really grown by leaps and bounds. He talked about the pharmaceutical industry. He talked about Kira Motors. Today we can assemble vehicles in Uganda. We produce our own medicines, and that is something that he commends the UPDF for. And also he talked about the importance of Greater Masaka. Of course, that is this was the place where the struggle actually was launched. He commended the people of Tanzania and the late Julius Mwalimu Nyerere for their support to the then NRA, but also to the people of Uganda. And also talking about, he talked about the operations in the region. UPDF are taking part in operations in the DRC, and to fight terrorism. The ADF have actually been silenced today. Ugandans can sleep, and that is why they can think about innovating and making sure that Uganda is put at another level in as far as development is concerned. So in a summary, that is what happened here, and the celebrations continue definitely, but for us, we thank you so much for having kept us company. We are signing off, and we'll now hand you over to Broadcasting House for normal programming. I'm Edward Rukidi Kijanangoma. Adios.